How to distinguish a good friend from a bad friend. Let's be real. You've wasted years calling people friends just because you happen to sit next to them in school, work with them, or share a couple of inside jokes. Meanwhile, some of these so-called friends wouldn't even throw you a life jacket if you were drowning. Hell, some would push you deeper just to make sure. And yet here you are, acting like friendship is just about who tags you in memes. So let's cut the fluff. If you want real friendships, ones that actually add color to your life instead of draining the vibrancy out of it, you need to wake up and start evaluating people for what they do, not just what they say. First, a hard truth. Friendship is not free. You think friendship is all about having people around who make you laugh? Wrong. Real friendship has costs. It costs time. It costs effort. It costs a certain level of mutual respect and loyalty. But here's where most people screw up. They keep paying the price for friendships that don't return anything valuable. You keep pouring energy into people who vanish when you need them. You give your trust to people who use it as leverage against you. And you sit there, convincing yourself that maybe they'll change. Spoiler alert, they won't. A bad friend is like a black hole. They pull you in, drain your energy, and give nothing back. And the worst part, you probably already know who those people are. You just don't want to admit it because it's uncomfortable to let go. Here are some signs that you're stuck with a bad friend. Let's get into the specifics. If your friend does most of these things, congratulations. You've been keeping a parasite in your social circle. They only show up when they need something. Ever notice how some friends disappear when you need help, but magically reappear when they need a favor? Yeah, that's not a coincidence. They belittle your goals and dreams. A good friend hypes you up. A bad friend makes subtle digs at your ambitions. Oh, you're trying to start a business? Good luck with that. That's not support. That's sabotage dressed as humor. They gossip about others, and probably about you too. If they trash talk every friend they have behind their backs, do you really think you're the exception? Newsflash, you're not. They're competitive in all the wrong ways. Friendly competition is great, but if they're secretly hoping you fail just so they can feel better about themselves, that's not a friend. That's an insecure rival. You feel drained after hanging out with them. You shouldn't need emotional recovery time after a social interaction. If every meetup leaves you feeling worse instead of better, take the hint. They make everything about themselves. You're venting about your bad day? Suddenly they've had it worse. You're excited about a success? Suddenly they did it better. Friends listen. Narcissists perform. Here's what a real friend looks like. Now, before you go full nihilist and swear off humanity altogether, let's talk about what real friends do. They support you even when they don't fully understand your dreams. A good friend doesn't need to get your passion. They just need to respect that it matters to you. They tell you the truth even when it's uncomfortable. A true friend doesn't just nod and smile while you ruin your life. They call you out, gently but firmly. They show up, not just when it's fun, but when it's hard, a bad day, a failure, a crisis, because that's when real friendship is tested. They celebrate your wins. If someone can't be happy for you, they were never really in your corner to begin with. They respect your boundaries. Real friends don't guilt trip you into things. They understand that no is a complete sentence. Time to do some social housekeeping. Look, you don't have unlimited time and energy. Every second you spend maintaining deadweight friendships is time you're not investing in relationships that actually matter. It's time to do some social housekeeping. Here's what you do. Identify the deadweight. Be brutally honest. Who constantly drains you? Who never reciprocates? Who makes you feel less like yourself? Set boundaries. You don't have to ghost them unless they really suck, but you can't stop investing in one-sided relationships. Prioritize the real ones. Put your energy into the people who actually add value to your life. The ones who cheer for you, show up for you, and challenge you to be better. Be the kind of friend you want to have. If you want loyalty, give loyalty. If you want honesty, be honest. Friendship isn't a vending machine. You get out what you put in. Now, after all this talk, it's time for you to do your move. So what's it gonna be? You keeping toxic friendships alive just because it's easier than cutting ties? Are you gonna spend another year surrounded by people who don't actually care? Or are you gonna start making room for people who actually deserve to be in your life? Because at the end of the day, the world's already gray enough. The wrong people will drain the last bits of color from it, but the right ones, they'll bring the vibrancy back. The choice is yours.